Well, in Dayton, Ohio, at Sinclair Community College, developmental education is incredibly important. It represents somewhere between 12 to 15% of our enrollments in credit instruction. So it's a big part of the college. And we know that developmental education is the gateway to the rest of the curriculum, the gateway to the programs that lead to completion. So we've had a focus on developmental student success for a long, long time. And we've made a number of important changes in how we develop or how we approach developmental education and how we develop those approaches. And it's a continuous opportunity for us to approach it, to try our theory and practice, theory and work, see what works, what doesn't work, or what maybe be in the middle somewhere there. And so what this initiative has helped us do is intensify that focus, work with other colleges, help us connect instead of just talking to ourselves, because we have a lot of experience talking to ourselves about this, and that's not bad because we need to do that, but actually connect with others nationally and with other experts nationally so that we can connect to the best thinking about what works, what doesn't work, and we've really enjoyed that. In developmental education, there are a lot of different ideas of how it can and should be approached. We have worked with curricular changes to align, for example, math curriculum and developmental math to college level math. We have worked on the grading process, the grading structure and the grading process by which we grade students. Whether or not we give them a grade, has been something that we have, a pass-fail versus a letter grade, for example, has been something that we have approached. Our advising, our intake, our cut scores, how faculty, the techniques that they use to engage the students, all that and much more has been under review, under consideration for quite some time. I think what we have learned is that, well, first of all, there is not one silver bullet. I mean, there's not, and if anybody's found it, please call me. But if we've learned something, it's that it continues to be a portfolio of things that connects to our students. Deep personal connection of the faculty relationship with the students, really good, ample, and well known by the students, has to be well known by the students, student support, tutoring, library services, access to computers, and open hours, and convenient schedule. Those kinds of things seem to work better for our students than not. And what we need to do in the future is then work through how we're going to improve that and intensify those things that we know work. You know, I've never met a professor that started his or her day thinking, geez, how can I help students fail today? That's not, the faculty are motivated. Faculty love students. Faculty love teaching and learning. Faculty love their disciplines. And God bless them, they have this love for what we do. So it is not a matter of faculty not being motivated at all. It's a matter of understanding what might work or not work, and perhaps working through individual differences and theories that we might have about how to approach our students and what works and not works. So data has been very important for us, like what really shows us what's happening, and it's hard to dispute that and all that. But as far as motivation, that's not an issue. I think one of the areas that data has shown us the way is an early alert. For students to get in trouble, and this makes perfect sense. I mean, there's nothing, it doesn't sound like rocket science at all, but the whole idea of not letting students get too deep into a hole if you can. And many times they come to us already in with various challenges, so not adding to those challenges. And when we can intervene early And when data can show, when data shows that if you can intervene early, you have a better chance at helping those students versus having them not be successful. So there's an example. You know, the great thing about being a part of the national community as Sinclair is it harks back to that old saying, that age-old saying of you learn what you teach. And so every single time somebody comes to us and say, hey, can you help, Sinclair, can you help us with this? Can you let us send a team to Sinclair or come to a conference and do a presentation? We learn more about our shortcomings and our strengths and our opportunities than we probably teach. So we enjoy doing that, and that being connected with our colleagues, but we really benefit from that. We learn more than we probably teach. You know, the discussion about the value of college is so interesting. It's interesting, and I think it needs to go on. I think the questioning needs to happen, but I think we all know, I think we really all know that there is just unbelievable value in education. It's almost like air and water. I mean, someone said the other day, and they said it very well, in a developing country, the issue might be childhood immunizations and vaccines. And in a country like the United States, the analog is an education and a higher education. I don't think there's really, upon scrutiny, we will find that there's much real debate about that. The question about what is coming next in college innovation, what is coming next in the next way we approach what we do is just an excellent question. And I think understanding how to scale human relationships, how to scale the mentoring, and let me say the word parenting, and let me say the word, again, mentoring, because that bundle of relationships and activities, I think, are just as important to our students and to their success as is the quality of information, cognitive information. I think that when we really honest about why our students succeed or do not succeed, it is not necessarily their ability to grasp and process and internalize quantitative information or information overall or knowledge. It is the other aspect or aspects of being a person, the emotional aspects, the managing your life with multiple challenges, financial, emotional, all that, and how we can, even better than we have ever done before, scale that holistic approach to people and human development. I think we're really pretty good at cognitive development. I think we're pretty good. I think we have some pretty good theories and some pretty good practice in affective development also, but I think really embracing the entire total person. One size does not fit all. And so scaling and figuring out the mass customization so that we can reach a person where that person's at. And we've approached that. As community colleges, I think we've done a great job of really approaching that. But the future will belong to those that figure out how to really do that well. The number of positive relationships that can have a positive impact on anyone's lives, I think is really important. So what I think you're touching on is the fact that student mentors are important to students, faculty are important to students, advisors are important to students, security, police are important to students, parents, family, friends. There are a number of people, and I think the more You know, we talk about a support system all the time for people, don't we? We always talk about support systems. So a student needs a support system also, and a student needs a student support system. So as many positive people that can be supportive from different aspects and in different ways, I think is critically important. So let's call it a portfolio of support. And it's not one of us, or any one of us. It's not one job category. There are a lot of us that need to support students.